All right, so we're going to do something very cool today. We're going to do a painting, and I'm going to do a little painting for you today. It's a nice, small little canvas. I imagine it's like a 15 centimeter by 20 centimeter canvas. I'd say pretty simple, straightforward, and it's not too big, so it's not going to like impede on your, or, if you want to put it somewhere in your house, it's nice and small. If you want to make it something, it's just the basic starter, so you can get started on doing any kind of painting that you want to do. It's a nice little one. I think I got this one at Michael's. Back when I was doing my last paint nights, I was trying to get them down to a smaller size because this one, if you want, you can tuck it aside. It's almost like what, 8.5 by 11. Say if you were thinking of paper wise, it's probably about the size of a sheet. Actually, I could tell you for certain. My ukulele, of course, is not too far off. It's a little bit bigger. So yeah, so you get a little bit of, you can have like a little bit of an edge, that kind of thing. You can give yourself, if you have tape, paint tape, you could tape yourself an inch border around something if you really wanted to be precise with anything and have a little bit of a border kind of thing. That gives you an idea of some of the things you can do when you're doing art. And I will try to do this as long as I can. I'm not actually waiting for something to show up because today is the days of delivery, and you never know what's going to show up. Mostly bills though. And anyways, to get you started on doing your basic little design, and I'm going to be doing a seascape today because who knows when's the next time we're going to be actually able to go to the beach, thanks to our lovely government and everything. So I got my china plate here, and I've got my nice little canvas here, and I've also got my paints, and I'm going to be using the the Grumbacher. Let me show you because I am a Grumbacher representative. I'm going to be using my Grumbacher Acrylic Academy paints. They supplied these to me from when I did my pour quite recently, and as well for any of the stuff that I've done in the past for Michael's when I've been in there, done teaching their acrylic painting courses. I use their academic acrylic paints, and these are like good for like beginners and stuff like that. They have better ones if you're a real serious artist. Those serious artists out there, I'm never serious. You don't take me seriously ever. So just so you know. All right, so yeah, I'm keeping my eye out for certain things, and I might come back. I'll probably do this in sequences so that you can kind of follow along. And yeah, so the first part about doing a painting is making sure you have all your supplies. So yeah, a place to put all your paints on. Oh, and a very important thing to have too is water, and I've got tons of solo cups, which I used to use my paint nights. So the ones that I don't use now, I just reuse, recycle. You can see there's paint from other year ago, maybe more. God. For doing paint nights and things like that. So there's that. I got my water ready, and I got my. Let's see. I'm gonna put my acrylic paints on my board, and I'm gonna play a little bit. I've got a little bit of the phthalo gold that they gave me too. So you don't actually have to keep it really, like if you want to have a flat kind of canvas, you can do that. But if you want to spice it up a little bit, you can add a little bit of like some golds, or the silvers kind of thing. You can add silvers or whatever you want to spruce it up. Life is too boring to keep it flat. So if you want to spruce it up with other colors too. Seascape I'm going to be doing is going to be an evening seascape. So I'm going to be using some the dark blue, obviously. I've got some black here as well. I've got my white over on the side, and I'm going to be using some of the nice light blue as well. And I also have this beautiful processed magenta color, which is almost like a red, not quite a pink, a little bit on the reddish side rather than on the orangey side. But we do have other colors I can mix with that, as well as the gold can make a nice orangey color, really goldy. And I might work with that too. Make golden sand. There's an idea. All right, so this is the first part of doing this, and like I say, I'm still waiting for a few things to happen before I can actually get started. But the one thing that I always tell people before you even get started with doing any painting is you have to adjust your canvas. Ta-da! Now, this by itself, it's been gessoed and everything. It's from the manufacturer, like clean off the, you know, good sound. You can play something on me. But what we usually do to get started, especially for doing backgrounds, is we wet the canvas. Wetting the canvas actually primes the canvas. So if you want to, even see any of the, thank you. I got your message. Thank you. If you ever want to see any of the other paintings that I do, always check out my website, KimOverholt.com. But yeah, I don't have my little sign going over here. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I could probably do. Hold on. KimOverholt.com, and there's one of my paintings over there. There's where I do all my master work when I'm not over on this side doing all the creative stuff. So yeah, here's a nice place to start. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wet down my canvas with just water. Like from a red solo cup, and I gotta use a paintbrush. So some people have like maybe one or two. I've got a whole slew of paintbrushes down here, so I'll give you an idea. I'll show you my. Yes, I've got lots, and more where that came from. And no, I don't hoard stuff, but I am a collector of lots of art stuff. So yeah. Okay. So yes, yeah, I want to come by and do some more Venice for sure. I'm thinking, yeah, I've been doing some a beautiful mural for my friend Lena, and I'm just so close to done. It's all the windows and the details, right? It's the details, right? So yeah, we're almost to that point where we're done. And yeah, I have a couple days coming where yes, I do have time. And please give me a shout. And I do take commissions. Yes, I do. And yeah, and like I say, I'm working on a mural right now. But if there's anybody else that needs anything like art wise, please, you can contact me. And yeah, definitely. Yeah, I was wondering. I didn't want to bug you. So thank you. All right. So but what we're going to start with first is just wetting down the canvas. So like I say, I have my paintbrushes, many paintbrushes, but we're just going to start with the big one. When I start with the big one, everybody starts with the big one, right? And then what you do basically is just dip it into the paint. You dip it into the water and you wet your canvas. And I used to always tell people if they were drinking, make sure you don't get your drink mixed up with your water, because that could be a big boo-boo. I had a friend who was using oil paints, and he accidentally started cleaning his paintbrushes with coffee. Looks the same, not quite the same. All right, Varsol looks very different from coffee. But when they're both like full of paint and stuff, sometimes they look very similar. So you gotta be careful. Gotta be very careful. Yeah, don't drink your paint water, okay? Not good for you. But we're gonna wet down this canvas here. Like I say, I'm waiting on something, so I might have to cut out in between somewhere, because I might have to go and do this. So this is very easy when you're doing a little canvas. Whenever I used to do paint nights, I used to tell people this is your first painting that you're doing, and I call this one Polar Bear in a Snowstorm. Polar Bear in a Snowstorm, see? And I'm like, wow, you guys rock it. Look at beautiful, perfect. And actually, you know what? Years later, I found somebody who actually did a painting of a couple polar bears in the snowstorm, and it looks really nice. It's nice, lots of pale colors, and looks very pretty. Yeah, but on my part is more of a joke on my part. So wetting the canvas down is one of the biggest things to do, because you wet the canvas, you prime the canvas for the paint, and it gets everything ready in a ready position. Now, if I was thinking straight, I would have actually poured my paints too, but we'll do that next. We'll do that right now while I still have time, and hopefully before this, I can get in touch with everybody to. Okay. Anyways, I'm going to start pouring my paints out, because I got a feeling I'm going to be running away soon. Ooh, blue, some dark blue. Ooh. I feel like Griselda from Hilarious House of Friends time. Raquel Welch, eat your heart out. Actually, you know what? Raquel Welch being in her 80s, she still looks fantastic. I hope to look good when I'm in my 80s. I'm in my 50s now, and I have people saying, "Oh, wow, you look good for 50 something." I'm like, "Yeah, thanks." And that was the magenta. I just poured a little bit in, and I'm going to put a little of that gold color that I was telling you about. I'll put that in there too. It looks almost something out of the 80s right now with these colors. I almost feel like doing an abstract instead, but I love doing sand and surf. So my main ingredient, where did I put it? Where is it? Hold on. Where are you? Oh, Lundy. Okay. You think you're ready for everything, and then all of a sudden, okay. Where did you go? Where did you go? Am I going to have to find a substitute? I might have to find a substitute. No, I'm not going to use glow in the dark. I don't want to use glow in the dark paint. Glow in the dark white does not work, although I do carry glow in the dark. La 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 la. La, 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 la. Oh, there we are. I'm going to have to use this one. Okay. I got a little bit in this one. As Griselda says, sometimes you got to be careful where you're pouring your things so you don't pour it, unfortunately, on something that you weren't supposed to. Taster's time. No, I don't feel like tasting this really. Okay. Scary, it really is. Do you want to taste this? No, I don't think so. It looks like milk, but it's not milk. It would be lava milk or something, I'm sure. Uh-oh, hold on a second. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, you know what? Just in case, I'm going to make a quick thing downstairs. Oh, I forgot my black. Black. My black. With my white, you gotta have black, right? The light always comes the dark. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. With that being said, I'm gonna have to come right back because I know that I'm gonna have to leave, and then it's gonna. I will start fresh, and I will start with a nice wet canvas one more time. But give me a second, and I will be right back. It's not over yet. Don't worry, it's just begun.